What is popping, you sexy lot? And today's video is gonna be on a 3-liner tattoo. Now, some of you may be aware that my last video was a 3-liner tattoo time-lapse of 3 pocket watches. So I figured today's video I would go through and I would explain how to actually do a 3-liner tattoo. So, roll that intro.
I've been in your waters.
So guys, as you all know, I am a realism artist, but from time to time I love to do 3-liner work. Now, whether that be a portrait like this one, or just a clock like this one, I love to do 3-liner work. I love the look of it, I love the sound it makes when you are doing it. So guys, how do we go about achieving this? Well, firstly, it starts with your machine. Now, this style of tattooing can be done with any tattoo machines, so do not worry about going out and buying new equipment or new tattoo machines to do this particular style, because you do not need it. So firstly, what we need to do is we need to find our voltage that we need to use for this 3-liner. Now, a basic rule of thumb on how to find that voltage, let's say with a rotary, because I was using a rotary. Now, every rotary will have a kick-in starting voltage. Every machine starts up at a particular voltage. You can't just put that machine in at 1 volt and expect it to start. So what I do is I put the machine in, I start the volts low, and I work up the voltage until the machine kicks in. Once that machine kicks in, I might go an extra 2 or 3 above that. For me, that is the sweet spot to get the stipple effect that I do and to pull off these 3-liner tattoos. Literally guys, with every machine I've used, that is all I've done to find my voltage when I'm doing this style. So needles, what needles am I using? Well, again guys, I have used multiple different needles from multiple different brands. Generally, I'll only use a 3-liner. Sometimes I will introduce an 11 round shader, depending on what I'm doing. In the time-lapse tattoo, I did introduce an 11 round shader to do the full outline around the whole tattoo, but this was just in the interest of time. I knew that it was going to be a time-lapse and I didn't want it to be overly long. But any other time, I would just use a 3-liner double line and fill in. The 3-liners I use, no matter the brand I use, is always a 0.25 bug pin long taper 3-liner. I have found that I do get the best results with that type of needle. So guys, we have our machine, we have our needle, and we've set our volts. Let's talk about the technique. Now, the technique I use in the 3-liner is absolutely no different to what I use with a regular mag on a regular black and grey shaded tattoo. It is literally just the back and forth motion that I have shown you in my technique video located here. It is the exact same, just the back and forth motion. The only difference is the machine is running nice and slow, so it does require a lot more passes, which is why guys, a softer hitting machine is also great for 3-liner tattoos, so you do not overwork that skin. Now, as you can see, no matter the tattoo, I always start from bottom working up to top, or if I'm side on, I'll work from right to left, for the simple fact of I am right-handed and I do everything that I can to preserve that stencil. I am always maintaining the same speed. From start to finish, the speed is exactly the same. I never speed up, I never slow down, I stay consistent throughout. If I find myself that I'm speeding up, then generally it's just because I'm getting a little bit restless, so what I will do is I will take a break. But in all honesty, that very rarely happens. But if you do find yourself speeding up in a tattoo, take a break and come back to it. Be consistent throughout. Now again, like I said, everything that I do is the same as a black and grey normal tattoo. Here I am just building up that stipple. Now also, when it comes to this style of work, on the insides of the clock or inside of the pieces, I never really do any solid lines unless it's actually called for, or if it makes the piece more aesthetically pleasing. Only lines that I do in these pieces are the ones on the outside of the tattoo, in this case done with an 11 round shader. That way it keeps everything inside the piece nice and stipple and consistent. Which brings me on to my next point, the white. Again, when I'm putting white in, I am keeping it stippled. I am not putting solid white lines in there. Even if I fill in a large area of white, I am stippling that in. When it comes to a line, I am stippling that in. I am not adjusting my voltage. The voltage is the same. And although it might look like I'm doing a line or pulling a line to somebody watching, because the machine is running so slow, it is still stippled. And there we have it, guys. There is a brief explanation of how to do a 3-liner tattoo. Now, I could have gone into so much more, but this video would have been ridiculously long. Now, guys, I am planning on doing a full tattoo from start to finish, explaining everything as I go along, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, why I'm making the decisions that I'm making. But that video won't be for a while yet. I do need to get some more equipment. The camera that I currently use really does not have great battery life, so I need to sort that out. And also I need to get an overhead rigging so you can properly see everything. So guys, those videos all come in, so just bear with me on that. If there's anything that I've missed in this video, guys, that you want to know, because like I said, this is just a brief explanation, then bang it in those comments below and I'll gladly answer any questions that you have. Also, guys, I am thinking about doing some sort of Q&A, so if you have any questions that you want answering for a video, then please head over to the community section on my YouTube. There is a comment on there. Just bang all your questions underneath, and then we will make a Q&A video from those questions if there is any. But before I leave, guys, head over to my tattoo tips playlist, check that out, check out my time lapses. Do you know what? Check out all my videos, because I truly believe that you can learn something from them, even if it's something like minuscule. I do believe that you can learn something. So guys, go over, check those out. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on bell notifications to get notified every time I upload a new video. But guys, as always, I shall see you all in the next one. Adios.